Thanks for having us in, Mike Tirico. Greg Olson set to get this one started. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally trap him down, but not before he takes this to the other side of midfield.
The Packers take over.
Anytime you find yourself on the road, you want to do anything you can early to establish yourself and quiet this crowd. And I'll tell you, there's no better way than to take the opening kickoff nearly all the way and set up your offense with great field position to start this game.
So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his third season as the Green Bay starter.
You know, Mike, it's kind of become cliche. You know, these guys come onto the field and we say, hey, you got to defend every blade of grass. They can make every throw, but that's exactly the case anytime this guy's lined up behind center. And the amount of stress that it puts on your pass defense, on your secondary to know, I got to defend sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. No matter where that ball is snapped, that's a tall task. And they're going to have to mix up coverages and be really sound on the back end, or this guy can really kill you.
Josh Jacobs. Now they are in business. Inside the 15-yard line.
Greg Newsome on the tackle.
Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Packers.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
And the Packers are going to have it first and goal. They'll take this one down to about the 3-yard line.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the offense.
And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
At the 2-yard
Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. And he'll go down back at the 4-yard line.
The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Line of scrimmage to the 4. It's 3rd down and goal. That's hauled in at the 2.
Love's pass complete to Romeo Doubs.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
And he's going to be taken down. Couldn't get rid of the football. They turn it over. Stop on 4th and goal.
Well, clearly this coach wanted to come out aggressive early. They decide not to settle for the field goal by going for it on 4th and goal, and they are turned away. What a great stop early in this game by this defense.
The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran. He's still going. Former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
And here we have a former Super Bowl MVP. Now, Mike, he might not be what he once was, but you can argue he has transitioned into being one of, if not the most reliable backup quarterback in the entire NFL. Whenever he's been forced into the starting lineup, he gives your team a chance. That's all you can ask for, especially at this point in his career. He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often, and when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Whoa! And he'll be taken down just shy of the 30. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's a Browns first down.
For a first and 10 at the 29-yard line.
The best offensive play callers in the NFL, Mike, do a great job tying in their under-center run game, like we just saw here, with their under-center play action game. And the ability to make those two things look alike, man, it puts a lot of stress on the defense.
He's inside the 40. How about that run all the way down to the 25-yard line?
It's a pickup of 46
It is a
yards.
big play for the Browns.
That's another Browns
Pickup of 46 yards.
First and 10.
Well, I'm not sure you're going to find a better example of just pure speed in the open field than that run right there. I mean, when he got past the first wave, you got the sense that he might just be able to outrun everybody on the field.
And he'll get maybe a yard. That's it. Keyshawn Nixon there for the tackle.
Made at the 24-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
From the 24 now, here's second down and 9. On the ground, it's the rookie who played in-state over in Columbus. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And
No
that's
gain
it.
on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down
down
and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
That's caught is Jerome Ford. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
Another Cleveland Browns. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really two types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful.
And that one's going to be shut down quickly. A minimal gain.
Nice job by the defense. They had that one well read from the beginning, Mike. Someone's responsible for the running back, but the key here was the defender responsible for the quarterback. Stays with him, keeps him to a short gain.
Second down, 8 yards to go. To throw is Flacco. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
Third down and 8
All
yards
things considered,
to go.
it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Oh, looking end zone, but it is out of the reach of the receiver. And incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on third down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up fourth down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Kevin Stefanski going to turn to his field goal unit. This from 30 yards out. The kick is perfect, right down the middle. And the Browns are out to an early 3-0 lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Packers offense will take over now for the second time. They'll start out first down and 10. the shotgun. It's Love. Throw on the run is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
Number 11, Jaden Reed. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 34-yard line.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and a yard. In motion, Reed. Off the play fake. Here's Love. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll pick up the first down. A gain of about 4.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design. Sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
This one's complete down the field to Golden. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
24-yard gain on the play.
They get 24 on that one.
First down,
Packers.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
A loss of a yard.
We know from talking to these coaches this week, Mike, that they think they got themselves a steal. They got this young rookie maybe a little later in the draft than a lot of people expected. And I'll tell you what, they're not complaining. They think they've got themselves a starter and a star for a long time.
Throwing on second down, and they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
They need to get it to the 27. This is third down. From the gun, it's Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. It has looked to be on target. No catch, and now fourth down.
Little miscommunication there. Now brings up third down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
A 53-yard attempt.
That one joints off the upright and in.
The game at
Fortunate break, but the kick is good. And the Packers will tie the game at 3 apiece. So the field goal ties things up, and we're back at it as this kicks away. DeAndre Carter on the return, and he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
First and 10.
The Browns offense ready for their second possession. All even here in this opening quarter, and the drive will begin with first down. Complete, and good yardage there after the catch. They'll wind up with a gain of 7 on first down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up second and 3 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 3. Flacco to throw. Here's a screen set up for 4. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
And the Browns.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to. Yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 9. Flacco. Open man, and that's Tillman. And they'll have it across midfield, down at the opposing 46-yard line.
On the play.
That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. They give it, and it's 4. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
Is the ball carrier. Taken down at the 41. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Again, it's 4. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the 1st down.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10.
What we're seeing here in this first half, Mike, is an example of the offensive line, the running back, and the play caller all on the same page. The execution and the ability to continue to pick up chunk plays on the ground has been a great start for this offense.
They go back to forward on 1st down. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6.
At the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Second down, they need 3. They'll run once more with 4. And he'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's 1st down.
9 yards.
They're doing a really nice job of keeping this defense on their heels with this balanced attack. We've seen them be effective both run and pass, and right now the defense just doesn't seem to have an answer.
Here's Flacco to throw. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Michael Parsons. He gets in to drop him. It's a loss of 8.
And these are the type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Flacco. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Throwing, Flacco. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. This from 40 yards out. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Browns will take a 6-3 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. but at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Start the drive. Finding room at the 35. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield. So that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help them at all.
Throw here down the field. Will fall incomplete.
This offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd. And even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's low. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
There's no need to do anything reckless. It's 3rd and long. The opportunity to convert this is probably slim. So there was nothing open downfield. I think he makes the smart decision here, Mike. Avoid the negative play and throw the ball away.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. And he missed it. It's no good. And this is going to remain a 3-point game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. This pass caught by Judy. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
13 yards on
They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a first down.
They don't waste any time capitalizing on their opponent's mistake, so They miss the field goal, you take the ball back. There's a lot of energy on the sideline. That's a big win for your defense. So what do you got to do? You got to go out there as an offense and get off to a fast start. And that's exactly what they're able to do on that first down play.
He was brought down by Evan Williams. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the Packers' 41-yard line.
It is 2nd and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his man covered. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's good for a Browns first down.
It's been a game of field goals so far. 6-3 is our score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the second. Browns in control of the football. They'll come up here 1st and 10 as we are ready to get back underway. They'll run with 4. And he finds a little bit of space. They'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Second and 5. Here's 4. They'll take this down right to the edge of the red zone. 21. Way Walker, the linebacker, on the
21-yard line.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the first down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
3rd and 2. Here we go. We'll try and run for the first down. It's 4.
Jerome Ford, the ball carrier.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, they're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. 3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And the Browns will extend their lead.
3.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Bo Melton on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Packers offense ready to see what they can do. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And that'll be a pickup of 3.
The ball carrier. Greg Newsom on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 7. Once again, it's Jacobs. He'll get him behind his blockers. Get forward for a pickup of 3. Michigan man Mason Graham in there on the stop.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Trying to connect with Romeo Doubs that time.
It's 4th
and
down.
that'll set up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a third and very reasonable. Incomplete on that third down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
On the return, it's Carter. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense and Jerome Ford getting set to take over once more. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. The drive starts with a carry on Ford. And he's going to be taken down at the 37. That was good for a dozen. A very quick first down.
And the Browns first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day, so in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
2nd and 10. Now a handoff to Ford. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. They get 18 on that one. First down, Cleveland.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And we're starting to see the fruits of their labor paying off here. I mean, they've used this run game to throw a bunch of body blows throughout the entire contest. And while some of the carries didn't result in much at the time, it's clear they're starting to take its toll on this defense.
1st and 10, and here comes Ford. Room to run at the 35. And he's going to be taken down.
It's a
nice chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pick up of 14 and a first down.
Browns.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. Xavier McKinney up there to make the stop.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
2nd down, they need 7. From the shotgun, give to Ford. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
Really nice job getting this ball out to the edge. And then once he's able to get clear of the D-line, get vertical and accelerate down the sideline. That's a great run. He's forced out of bounds, but not before setting up 1st and goal.
And a run here, it's Ford. A short gain, down to the 7.
Micah Parsons on the tackle. A pickup of 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
2nd and goal. Now this time they'll look to throw. That's caught by Ford.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and They were able to stop that play really before it got started.
That is incomplete, but there is a flag
Offside.
down.
Defense.
Big call here. It was third down.
Still third down.
Now they'll set up to throw. And he's in. David Njoku. Touchdown, Browns. It felt like they needed a touchdown break in the worst way after getting those early field goals to find the end zone. Big boost for this offense.
And it felt like they really needed it, as you said, Mike, to come away with 3 previous drives ending in field goals and not being able to cross it over the goal line for 6. It starts to wear on you as an offense. You start having a little doubt saying, hey, can we finish any of these drives? Now they finally do, and we can expect this to kind of start to roll throughout the rest of this game.
The
Extra
kicker
point
on
try,
for the
fourth
point
time.
after.
He gets it to go, and the Browns add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Packers 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. They'll do so with 1st and 10. In motion, it's Golden. A handoff running left. It's Jacobs. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
And some good blocking at the point of attack. A pickup of 7, and it brings up third down.
Taken down at the 33-yard
It's tough to completely celebrate, Mike, when you don't pick up the first down, but that's a run you will take every single time. I mean, good yardage, and in a lot of situations, it'll get you the first down, just not here.
Here's Love. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
Here's Daniel Whelan now,
formation
as he's on to punt for the second straight drive. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
The Browns offense and Jerome Ford getting set to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. That one Tillman
Incomplete.
was the intended
It's
target.
second down and 10.
It's second down.
And I think I want to see a little bit more of this style from this defense. The key, Mike, is at that catch point, you want to create as much contact and be physical. Separate the ball from the intended receiver, and it's a great example there.
Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. Can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
And 10.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 15 yards through the air. It's a Browns first down.
And the Browns first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success. And even though they'll say he had a man in the vicinity of the throw, it was clearly not intended to be caught. Really smart play. Don't risk a turnover here. Live for the next snap.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Back to the air one more time. Now, here comes the screen to Ford. That one way too slow in developing. They rally to the ball, they get the man,
No gain on the
and
play.
it's no gain.
It's third and 10.
It's a really good job defensively. The key is you don't want your defensive linemen to overcommit to rushing the passer, and you don't want your linebackers in secondary dropping too deep defending the pass. In this case, all three levels played disciplined, good football with good vision. That's why they're able to stop it from the game.
And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation, and for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack.
So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez to punt for Cleveland. Jaden Reed on the return for the pass. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. The Packers offense getting their final instruction before heading back onto the field. They'll begin with first and 10. Back to throw is Love. And a mark him down just shy of the 40.
Complete to number 11.
That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And it'll lead to a second down. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And he'll catch nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
Well, it's been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. What great work just to get those hands up there. And now it's fourth down.
Covered by Denzel Ward.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Fair catch. Taken, and they're going to start right at their own 20-yard line. Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with first down. To throw is Flacco. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
They'll look to throw. And that ball in and out of his hands. It is incomplete. I might tell you after the game, he should have come up with that one. He doesn't, and now third down comes up.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Incomplete.
The offense just couldn't seem to get anything going that drive. They knew they had a long way to go, taking over possession that deep in their own territory. You want to pick up that first down and see if you can capitalize some momentum. Instead, the errant throw brings up fourth down, and they're going to have to punt it away.
This returnable with Reed. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line. The Packers offense ready for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. On play action, Love. This one is caught by Reed.
Love's pass.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
Second and 5 at their 49-yard line.
A run up the middle with Jacobs. And he's going to get him a first down here across midfield and down to the 45.
The tackle made by Devin Bush. It's a gain of 6. First down, Green Bay.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground. Man, it makes such a big difference for the offense. And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
That is Musgrave, the man in motion. He'll move the pile forward. Let's give him a couple. Myles Garrett able to bring him down
at the 43-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Love. He gets that complete as he hits Reed.
Love's pass.
Second time they've connected on the drive, and this one goes for 17 yards.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And the Packer
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
On the bootleg, it's Love. A throw left side, but it's going to wind up being complete.
Intended for Tucker.
Dropping a catchable ball is one of the worst feelings. It feels like the entire stadium is laughing at you, and all I know is firsthand, you just want to get another opportunity to put that one behind you.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. 2nd down throw for Love. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the gun, it's Love. He'll get that complete. It's on Tavian Wicks. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
What is it?
2 minutes remain here in this first half. We'll have more from Cleveland after this. Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. Here's Love to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down.
I think the most frustrating element to all of this is when you look downfield, there's guys open. There's plays to be made downfield in the passing game, but quite frankly, the pass protection has just been so bad that they haven't been able to take advantage of any of it.
From back at the 13-yard line, it is 2nd and goal. Now Love. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
3rd down and
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. When that defender's bearing down, you really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
This one incomplete. It is batted away in the end zone. Now it's 4th down.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable, and as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
McManus's kick is good. And the Packers are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Carter on the return. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st
The Browns offense ready to get back at it. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, try to add to it. It begins with 1st down. He'll get this out wide. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. And he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go in this first half.
At the 36-yard line.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Up the middle. Here's Ford. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They down. Take him down. Behind the line.
On the tackle.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd and 10. Here's Flacco to throw. That'll be taken in by Ford. Packers go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this first half.
But it's 4th down.
Here's Corey Bojorquez now
for the Browns.
as he is on to punt for Cleveland. And he didn't get the check he was hoping for in that one. That goes into the end zone,
at their own
and it's a touchdown.
line.
The Packers offense going to get it one last time here late in the opening half. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. To throw is Love. And that one incomplete.
Love's pass.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Not wanting to take a chance this time. We'll keep this one on the ground. And pick his way forward. Gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Halftime coming up, and we'll take you down to Scott Hansen for the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thank you very much. Welcome back, everyone, for quarter number 3. Third quarter set to commence, and we're back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
The
Browns offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Flacco. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
Now Flacco. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 10 yards.
I remember being
to
around
go.
a lot of really good high-level linebackers, and what they used to say, Mike, is we're not going to guard the check down, but we're going to punish the check down, especially if that running back's going to catch the ball with his back facing the defense. They're saying, you might catch it, but we are going to make you pay every single time. And I know he's got a few catches throughout the course of the game, but they're continuing to be physical with him, and they're going to make it more and more challenging.
Jerry Jeudy, the intended target.
Fourth down.
And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
So you have to imagine this offense goes in at halftime. They're feeling pretty good about the position they are, especially knowing they possess the ball coming out for the second half. You want to put together a great drive and add to the lead. No time to be conservative. No time to just sit on this ball and punt. You want to keep the pressure on the defense and score every time you get it.
A fair catch will be taken here with
Personal
that
foul.
flag down
Roughing the
by
kicker.
the punter.
Defense.
And this might keep the drive alive.
Automatic first down.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. We'll get that out wide to 4. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
It's a pickup of 6.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Flacco. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
It's a loss of 6.
I really like this response here to start the
and
second
10.
half. You have to imagine they went into halftime finding themselves down by 2 scores. They needed to stop and get the ball back to their offense, and that sack's going to go a long way towards it.
It is 3rd and 10. Flacco to throw. And that is incomplete.
Pass intended for Jerry Jeudy.
It just seems like the offense gets in their own way, and whether it's a penalty or a drop or whatever the case may be, it's these self-inflicted wounds. They've got to stop if this unit ever wants to reach their full potential.
Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away. As he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get something there on the return. Able to take this back to the 20-yard line. The Packers offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They need to start making some inroads here. Down 2 scores as they begin this drive with first down. Love to throw. The open man is Reed. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup of 5.
Right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
On second down, Jacobs. He's going to have a Packers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
34-yard line. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Packers.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Love. One on target, it's Dobbs. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
Here comes 3rd and 6. Here's Love. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
A gain of 31 yards.
A big play and a much-needed one as well. 31 yards.
And they decide to bring pressure here on 3rd down, but he does a really nice job. Remains calm under pressure. He ends up delivering a strike downfield and keeps the drive alive.
On 1st and 10, here comes James. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
Tackled at the 25-yard line.
As of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. Shelby Harris gets him for a loss of 4. And that'll set up 3rd down.
And he stood tall in the pocket, hoping something would open up downfield, but this pass rush, they've been relentless in their pursuit of the quarterback, and they're able to bring him down for a sack.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. Throwing is Love. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
And anytime this offense gets themselves going in the right direction, it just seems like the pass rush finds a way to make a play of their own, and they have completely dominated this game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it is no surprise they're playing with the lead as a result.
Brandon McManus and the field goal unit come on. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. McManus's kick is good. And the Packers are able to get it back within a score.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Carter on the return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
The Browns take over.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. Set up 2nd down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
They'll run once more with 4. And he has stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Well, the defense gets a rare win. We've seen this ball carrier have his way on the ground pretty much all day today, Mike, and give credit to the defense. They were able to get back in the backfield with some penetration and bring them down for a loss.
Here's Flacco. He's got his man complete. That's Judy. They get 19 on that pass play. First down, Cleveland.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective. It was actually a really nice play design. I just don't love the execution. So with this RPO, what you're hoping is you can hold that extra defender near the line of scrimmage, and it allows your guy to kind of leak out behind them, but just didn't look like the timing and that everyone was on the same page, and ends up kind of being a wasted down.
Run straight ahead. That's 4. And he's out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, out inside the 21 yards. It is a big play for the Browns. 31 yards.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. The next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll go back to forward on first down. And this time they are ready for him. Throw for a loss. And it's second down.
Taken down back
when
at
you
the
can get this
23-yard
level
line.
of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. And that one's not fooling anyone. They were on that screen from the start, and a loss of yards on the play.
Still second down.
On the handoff, and that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it.
In order to be successful as a run-heavy offense, Mike, it's so important that you remain really efficient on first and second down. The last thing you want is to be in third and pass, and it really throws off what you feel like your strengths are. So now you get down here in the red zone, it's got to be touchdowns. These long, sustained drives on the ground, you kick a field goal, that's a win for the defense.
And that is incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
So the Browns going to bring out their kicker and try a field goal. This from extra point range, a 33-yard field goal attempt. Another one through the uprights. He's 4 for 4 on the game.
19.
And the Browns add on to their lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Nixon on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
On the return.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the top conversation in that locker room at halftime. They got to find a way to slow him down. Nothing they've done has worked so far. to play action with Love. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
Complete
And he's
to
brought
Jaden
down
Reed.
after a gain of
A
6
6-yard
on
pickup
first down.
brings up 2nd and 4.
Similar to a tight
at
end, the slot
32-yard
receiver is
line.
often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He's going to have a Packers first down. The tackle made at about the 43-yard
Taken
line.
down at the 43-yard line.
And he continues to
It's a
carry
gain
the
of
ball
10.
well. Another nice
And
one
the
here.
Packers
But as they
first
find
down.
themselves continuing to trail here in the second half, the opposing team's defense is not really concerned about the run game. They need to find a way to use the pass to get the lead and then go back to this run game to close the game out.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind
It's
the
a
line.
loss of 2.
It's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
The key to great
At the
defensive line
41-yard
play
line.
is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. In motion goes Dom. Looking middle of the field. It's complete. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line.
A gain of 15.
A pickup of
First
15
down,
in the air.
Packers.
Good for a Green Bay first down.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
He was trying to connect with Matthew Golden that time. And it'll bring up second down. Off the play fake. Here's Love. He's going to go deep. Looking for Reed. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Jaden Reed.
Jaden Reed was the intended target. Third down coming up.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ends up being a wasted down.
From the gun on third down, it's Love. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They're locked in on this drive. Second connection for that pair.
First
This
down,
one
Green
gaining
Bay.
22.
Points have certainly been hard to come by in this one today, Mike, but it seems like this drive has been what they've been searching for. A little bit of rhythm, the ability to sustain. Now they got to finish. Now they got to capitalize on these first downs and go finish with 6. At this stage of the game, things haven't been going your way, so one more mistake, it could just be too much to overcome. So a nice decision there. Just throw it away out of bounds and give your team a fighting chance.
Second down throw for Love. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
I feel like your quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
From the gun, it's Love. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
At the 7-yard line.
Really nice job there, Mike. All they're trying to do is just clear some space for the tight end and then let him go to work in the middle of the field. Now they're set up nicely inside the red zone.
This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is first and goal. And he'll lose yardage here. The defense Standing strong in the red zone, they drop him back at the 10. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Move back to the 10. They'll try here on 2nd and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Tucker.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete.
Just a couple plays ago, Mike, it felt like a touchdown was kind of inevitable. They were doing everything they wanted as they marched the length of the field, and then as they got down here close to the red zone and that field condenses, they started getting sloppy in their execution. Now, what do they do on 4th down? Do they try to keep their offense out there and extend the drive, or do they settle for 3?
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
So the mistake there, the roughing call on the field goal, they'll take the 3 points off the board, keep possession of the ball, and have it 1st down. Now Love. The pressure gets home. He's lost the football. The Browns say they have it, and they do. Those are the places on the field where the defense wants to come up with the big plays, and that was one. Down deep, get to the quarterback, knock it out, and come up with the recovery.
Mike, this is one of those times where I think for a quarterback, they get caught in between. Do I want to be a runner and take it in myself? Do I have time to let my wide receivers develop in the end zone? I think he holds on to it just a little too long. The defense pokes it free and creates a huge turnover.
They give it, and it's full. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
To throw is Flacco. Moving outside the pocket, and he'll wind up with a short pickup as he slides to a stop. And that's going to bring up 3rd down.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away, picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. The Packers have it.
That was a great play by the defense, Mike. He got a little sloppy with ball security as he leaves the pocket. They're able to knock it loose and put an end to this drive.
Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. Back to throw is Love. Work in the middle. That's Kraft. He's got it. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
A
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
Now it's 2nd and 1. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. That one is knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. But a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up 3rd down now.
A bit of a risky throw here in the end zone, Mike, and those windows down here tight, they close so much faster in this part of the field. By the time he let it go, the defender was already in position and was able to make a play on the ball.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out. Not able to pick up a single 1st down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
And they'll try it now with Jacobs. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down. And more. He'll wind up a gain of 5 on 4th and 2.
And the Packers.
Yeah, sometimes these coaches want to overthink it. They want to dial up these super tricky plays and try to outthink themselves sometimes. And you find yourself here on 4th and real short. Something easy, something your guys have repped a million times. Win the battle up front and pick up a fresh set of downs.
And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The threat of making a poor decision and throwing a pick is always in the back of your mind, and while you can't play scared, you do have to play smart. If you can't find an open target, throw the ball away, live for the next down.
The throw is Love. It is brought in the end zone. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Green Bay.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. It's up and through. And the Packers are back within a field goal. The lead is 3. An injured player on the field. That is Myles Garrett being tended to. They cannot lose him. The training staff going to look and will step out for a moment. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Carter on the return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Browns offense ready to get back to work. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Flacco. It's a short throw caught by Njoku. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
Flacco's pass, intended for
And at
Jerry
this stage of the
Jeudy.
game, it's both
Incomplete.
teams that are really seeing who
Brings
can
up
make
third
the big
down
play
and 6
to swing the
yards
game
to
in
go.
their favor. And this time, it's the defense. He's able to get his hands on it. Mike, I think they're lucky he wasn't able to get both hands on it because it could have been even a bigger play.
Here's Flacco to throw. This one broken up. It's incomplete.
Intended for
Good
Jerry
job
Jeudy.
separating the
Incomplete.
receiver from the ball.
Results
And
in
it
a
is
fourth
fourth
down.
down.
And that's exactly how you teach it. They want these defenders to time the hit, that right when the ball gets there, you separate the receiver from the ball. And those are the ones on offense, man. You just have
Corey
to make that
Bojorquez
catch, Mike. I
in
know it's
punt
easier said than
formation for
done,
the
but
Browns.
you know the hit's coming. You've got to squeeze that thing, brace for impact, and make that play for your offense.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up.
First and
Jordan
10
Love, the rest of the
at their
Packer
own
offense,
26-yard
ready
line.
for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. To throw is Love. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a third down.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
Throwing now on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete.
I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. Here's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
On comes the Packers punting team. This fielded inside the 35. And it'll be a good return. He's able to get it up past the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 42-yard line.
Now Flacco. He's got his tight end down the field. That's Njoku. And he will be taken down. A big pickup on what will be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Flacco to throw. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4. They'll run with 4. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Brought down right
Well, this
at the
play,
line
Mike,
of
was
scrimmage.
clearly about the job
gain
of
on
this
the play.
defensive line.
It's
Great
now
job
3rd
holding
and
their
4.
ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back, and they hold him to no gain.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing, Flacco. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 9-yard line.
They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Again, it's 4. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
That's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up
down at
4th
the
down.
10-yard line. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
So now, a big spot coming here. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. And this one, right down the middle. It's good.
Makes the score.
So it is still
22.
a one-score game, but a little more breathing room now.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone, and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Melton now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard
The Packers offense ready to take over possession of the football. To start the drive, and he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 6. Here's Love. There's a short one blocked by Kraft. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 yards.
Give a little credit here defensively. Even though they allowed the 1st down, we've seen defenses really struggle bringing this big tight end to the ground, and they didn't allow him to pick up a bunch of yards after contact, but he was able to get just enough to pick up the 1st down.
On play action, and he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Shelby Harris in there for the sack, worked his way through. It's a loss of 5.
Mike, this isn't real complicated. You're just not going to win a lot of NFL games when you continue to give up sacks at the rate that they are. I mean, this is just a complete disaster for this offensive line, and if they don't get it fixed, this game could be a runaway.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Love to throw. There's that man again. Another catch.
Complete.
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's third down.
Here's Love. He's got a man. It's Dobbs.
Complete to
A
Romeo
gain
Dobbs.
there of 15.
A gain of
First
15.
down, Packers.
First down, Green Bay.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs. And a good run there. To get him 5
Again, the
yards.
ball carrier. Brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 23, here's 2nd down and 5. They'll run with Emmanuel Wilson. He'll get this inside the 20, and nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
Greg Newsome on the
Well, here's
tackle.
where you really see the value of
A
having
gain
a
of
good
7.
run. Third and
First
short,
down,
4th and short. The
Packers.
ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and to say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
That is caught to the goal line and in. Romeo Dobbs.
Touchdown,
Touchdown,
Green Bay.
Packers. The game-time touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this 4th quarter lead.
Brandon
Now it's
McManus
McManus
lining up
for
for
the
the
point
extra
after.
point.
The kick is good. Important one as they
Makes the
take the
score
lead
Packers
here
23,
in the 4th quarter.
Browns 22.
So now
McManus
playing
to
with
kick
the
off
lead
for Green
after
Bay.
that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Here comes Ford on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
Return. The Browns take over
offense
first
and
10
Jerome Ford
at their
getting
own
set to take
23-yard
over
line.
once more. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. The drive starts with a carry by Moore. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5.
At this point, we're going to need 2 hands to count for how many yards he's averaged in this one, Mike. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been enough to overcome the deficit here at this stage of the game.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Flacco. He is hit before he can get rid of it. And down he goes. Micah Parsons gets him for a loss of 7. And And now it's third down.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
They need one right now. Third and long. He'll drop to throw. Pass to the open man. It's Tillman. 19 yards on the pickup for number 19. It's a first down.
19 yards. And the Browns first down. First and 10
And how about the
39-yard
poise
line.
of this quarterback? You find yourself down here late in the fourth quarter, Mike, facing a tough third down. You've got to have it. But you know what? He calls the play, he breaks the huddle, and he's like, you know what, Coach? I got it. That's a big-time throw to now keep this drive alive as they go down looking for that go-ahead touchdown.
Left side, he's got the Joku.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 43, here's second and 6. Now, faking the give. Looking deep here for Tillman. Very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike. And I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
On third down, they'll set up to throw.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Browns getting their punting team out there.
For the Browns.
They forced a punt, trailing here in the fourth quarter. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down.
Roughing the kicker. Defense. Automatic first down.
They go 3 tight ends here on first and 10. On the handoff, a Miles gain, maybe 2 yards. It's second down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
Back to throw. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack.
A 7-yard loss.
Devontae
Brings up
Wyatt
third down.
in there to drop him that time. It's a loss of 7.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Flacco's pass Incomplete.
I understand it's third down and the quarterback's trying to make a play, Mike, but if you're going to make a dangerous throw on third down and you're going to force the ball into tight coverage, at least do it past the sticks. Try to pick up that first down and maintain possession. He tries to thread the needle. Ball falls incomplete. Now brings up fourth down.
And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds. Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time. Off the play fake. Here's Love. That is into the hands of Wicks. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. About 15 yards to kick off the drive. It's a first down.
First down.
And while it ultimately worked out for him this time, Mike, this is not a throw he wants to make a habit of, because that was risky. When he threw it, I thought that ball was being picked. I think he got away with one here, results in a big pickup, and get a fresh set of downs.
Love to throw on 1st and 10. He'll get this one out to Jacobs. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
2nd and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Second and 10. From the gun, it's Love. Throughout another catch for his favorite target. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 13 yards.
He's over 100 receiving yards on the afternoon now. And a first down to boot. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And he'll get about 3 on that one. It'll be second down.
They went to the design quarterback run, and there just wasn't a lot of space for the quarterback to operate. You can see him kind of waiting for some of the blocks to develop. Never transpired. Didn't get a whole lot going. Short game.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 6. Trying to burn some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
It'll be a pickup of 10.
It's
good for a Green Bay first down.
First down, Packers.
4-minute offense, Mike, so what does it mean? 1, make the defense use all of their remaining timeouts. 2, continue to pick up first downs, milk the clock. And then 3, if possible, finish with the ball in your hands.
On the bootleg, it's Love. First down throw there is incomplete.
The whole idea of that short pass is designed to get the ball into the hands of the receiver in space and let him do the rest after the catch. But the key word there, Mike, is get the ball into the hands of the receiver. He doesn't secure the catch, so there is no run after.
They'll run the draw with Jacobs. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drop for the loss of a yard. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. Talk things over before 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete.
When you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation, and instead he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
A 45-yard attempt.
And this one right down the middle. It's good.
Makes the score.
So it
Packers
is still
26,
a one-score
Browns
game,
22.
but a little more breathing room now. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Carter on the return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
First and 10.
The Browns offense starting to try out for this next possession. Here's Flacco to throw. He finds Judy on that one.
Flacco's pass.
He's close to a first down. To gain a 9. Nice catch and catch on first down.
10 yards on
The drag
pickup.
route is certainly
It's
not the most
second and
complicated
inches.
route on the
At the
route tree, but a
33-yard
really nice
line.
job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. He'll get that to Quinshon Judkins. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough
A gain
for
of
a
6.
first down.
That's good for a Browns first down.
2 minutes
First and
remain
10 at
in
the
the
38-yard
fourth quarter.
line.
We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's first and 10. They'll drop to throw. Completing that one to Carter. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just
10
shy
yards
of the
on
marker.
pickup. It's second
As the saying
and
goes,
inches.
Mike, you need your big-time
At their
players to make
48-yard
big-time
line.
plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got a shot.
That's out wide to Judkins. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain.
Brings up third down.
Sometimes it's easy for a defense to lose track of a running back, especially when he leaks out from the backfield, but not the case here. They kept eyes on him the whole time. Comes in, makes a sure tackle, and drops him for a loss.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play.
Walker on
It's
the
4th
coverage.
down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a common situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
Xavier McKinney on the tackle. Turnover on downs.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And still 2 timeouts left for the defense, but no real need to use them. They're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Love firing to Golden. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. It comes with exactly 1 minute left in the game.
Second and 6 at the 40-yard line.
It is second and 6. Here's Love. That's going to be incomplete.
Pass.
Coverage
Intended
very good
for
there.
Jaden
Contact
Reed.
jarring the ball loose.
Incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
That one caught. He finds Golden. Brown's going to use the last of their timeouts now. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. First and 10. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They're able to get the job done in front of a hostile crowd as they come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. That's Brandon McManus to get this one underway. Off we go from Cleveland. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the veteran still go. Former Super Bowl MVP, comeback player of the year in 2023. It's Joe Flacco.
You know, it's funny how time flies, Mike, and we won't call him old. We'll just call him experienced. And here's a guy who's been doing this for a really long time at a high level, and he's going to hope that some of that experience works in his favor today. And when he plays well, this is proving to be a really hard team to beat.
He's got his man, Carter. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
out of bounds at the 32-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 8. Throwing, Flacco. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
And he's only going to be able to get back to the line. That's all. 3 plays to start. Quick 4th down.
No gain on a quarterback sneak. That's pretty surprising, Mike, anytime we see that happen. There just aren't many plays in the NFL that we consider to be automatic. The quarterback sneak is normally pretty close.
Now fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line.
First and 10.
So the Packers come out, and they are led by Jordan Love, who followed Aaron Rodgers after playing apprentice for a couple of seasons. And now for Love, it is his 3rd season as the Green Bay starter.
In my opinion, Mike, if they expect to leave here today with a win, they're going to have to be aggressive early and often. They might not connect on all of them, but pushing the ball downfield could open up a lot of opportunities for you to take advantage as this game unfolds.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. First time All-Pro Myles Garrett. He's in for the sack. It's going to be a loss of 8 to begin the drive.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
Throwing on 2nd down, Love. Catch is made by Romeo Doubs.
Love's pass.
Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Pick up on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Love to throw. Throw on the run is complete. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
So barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it looks like this is going to be a 3 and out. So this offense has to get to the sideline and regroup, figure out what went wrong, fix it, because they've got to be able to maintain possession the next time out.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football.
48-yard line.
To throw is Flacco. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Xavier McKinney. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get. Mike, you're only 1 play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Brandon McManus now to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers will take a 7-0 lead.
Browns nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. Here comes Ford on the return. Whoa! And they bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns
offense getting set to get back to work.
At their own 29-yard line.
Jerome Ford. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 33, here's 2nd down. Now Flacco. That one out of the reach of the receiver's outstretched arms. It is incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here's Flacco. Flushed to his left.
The quarterback on the scramble.
Great reaction by the defense. At first, Mike, it looked like there was enough room out there for the quarterback to pick this one up himself. But they were able to rally to the ball, and I think the officials are going to mark him just short.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They will indeed go as they look to close. And he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert on 4th down.
And the Browns.
A little bit of a risky decision for some, Mike, but frankly, I really like it. I think the days of being aggressive on 4th down, even on your side of the field, are here to stay. And while some people say this is over-aggressive, in this case, the aggressiveness paid off, and they're going to keep this drive alive.
We're right back to Njoku. He's got it again. So get it up 4 here as he is taken down.
4 yards.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now in that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. Nate Hobbs in from his corner spot to make the stop.
44-yard line. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll throw with the sneak. He's going to have a Browns first down. At least it would appear that way. Didn't get it by much, but yes, they do give him the conversion on 3rd and 1.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
They bring Judy in motion. Show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
Flacco. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
And the 11.
And that's exactly what every defense is trying to do in the passing game. They want to muddy up these windows, Mike, make every throw as contested as possible. No separation, contact right at the catch point, and does a great job forcing the incomplete pass.
And that is incomplete.
Intended for Cedric Tillman.
Based on the routes downfield, it looked like the protection was designed to give the quarterback a little bit more time to wait for things to uncover downfield. So give credit up front to the defensive line. Immediate pressure early speeds up the quarterback's clock. He's got no choice than to get rid of it, probably a little bit earlier than he would have preferred.
Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. The Packers offense make their way out to take over once more. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. Here's Love. To the left side, he finds Kraft. He'll be out of bounds. Decent pickup of 5 on 1st down.
At the 10-yard line.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
Green Bay.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. Incomplete.
It's just a matter of time. I don't care how good you are or how good a hand you have. You are going to drop passes. It is inevitable in the NFL. But it's the guys that don't let one drop pass lead to 2. They have the ability to put it behind them, move forward, and now you can't wait for that next ball to be thrown away.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Isaiah McGuire up for the stop.
Brought down by Isaiah McGuire. A 3-yard gain on the play brings up 3rd down.
Got to get it to the 28, but now it's 3rd down. From the gun, it's Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. A pickup there of 25 yards. First down,
Packers.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The ball carrier.
Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
And
this is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pickup there by the back to pick up the 1st down.
On play action, Love. Right side, catch made by Dobbs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
A gain of 22 yards.
It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long.
Oh, in trouble, and there you go.
Feels like they needed that set this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
A 2nd down throw for Love. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. Good work there to get this back close to a 1st down. 13 on the game. It sets up a much more manageable 3rd and 2.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go forward on fourth.
Here with Jacobs. And he will get into the end zone. Josh Jacobs. Touchdown, Green Bay. Greg, offensive coordinator's script the start of the game. This script has read perfectly. What a great start for this offense.
It just seems like every play this offensive coordinator dials up is perfectly timed and then perfectly executed. They've been aggressive, they've been efficient right since the start of this one. And I'll tell you what, Mike, if they continue to build on this lead here early, this is going to be a long day for this defense.
Makes the score Packers 14, Browns nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kicks away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Browns take over.
Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. To throw. The throw here is complete. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards.
12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick first down.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
It's a loss of
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Here's Flacco to throw. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. Jerome Ford was the intended receiver there. And it's going to bring up a third down.
And this is where the timing of these passing game, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. In this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him. That screen just never had a chance. Anytime the running back has the ball and he's making guys miss in the backfield, there's going to be no timing to the play. It just allows too much time for the rest of the defense in pursuit to get there, and in this case winds up as no gain.
And he'll be brought down, short return, and they'll take over there. Packers offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They've raced out to a 14-0 lead. They've done nothing wrong so far. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. Pass an opening. Pass the 40. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
Packers.
You hear teams talk about it all the time, Mike. Let's win at the point of attack. And boy, this team here early in the first quarter, they've done just that.
He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Oh, what a run. Down inside the 30-yard line.
He was brought down at the 26.
Pick up there of 28 yards.
Gain. And a Packer first down.
At this point, Mike, it's clear this defense just doesn't have a lot of answers right now for this run game. A combination of the job being done up front by the offensive line and the big playability of this running back.
Here's the handoff to Jacobs. He'll work forward, a short gain to the 25. Isaiah McGuire.
Tackled at the 25-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun. It's Love. This one is caught by Reed. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
In motion, it's Golden. From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. He'll try and get there on the ground. And he's got the first down. He'll slide to a stop and take it to first and goal.
Green Bay.
Give him 11 on the scramble and give them a new set of downs. So not quite first and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They're going to put a man in motion to the right. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits. What do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal?
On 2nd down, Love. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now Love. That is caught back corner of the end zone. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with.
And before the try, remember, it is a touchdown. All scoring plays
Previous play
are
is
reviewed,
under review.
so replay will confirm this one before we do anything else.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So, ruled a touchdown originally. They didn't find any reason to overturn it, and it stays on the board.
Brandon McManus lining up for the point extra point.
His kick is good. And the Packers will stake themselves to a 21-0 lead.
Browns nothing.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here comes Ford on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25.
The Browns
offense about ready to take over once more. They are facing an uphill climb early. Begin this drive with 1st and 10. It's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbound.
The timing of these RPO concepts, that's the entire key. Remember, Mike, in the college game, they get a 3-yard window that they're allowed to be downfield even on a forward pass. That's not the rule in the NFL. These decisions have to be made quickly. If not, even after a good pickup, you could be coming back due to a flag.
And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
He's forced out of bounds.
That's just bad timing by the offensive line. They've got to get their linemen out in front of him. So either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And this one complete on the sideline. Good footwork to stay in bounds, but he is just shy of the 1st down. And it brings up 4th down. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 21-0 is our score. And we're back to Cleveland in a minute. Start of the 2nd. Browns in control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10. Here's Ford. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Throwing, Flacco. He finds Judy on that one. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. That is Keyshawn Nixon, twice an All-Pro as a special teamer, made himself into a good defensive player. In for the sack.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Here's their punter now, as he'll come on to punt this one away. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And he's been a tough man to stop in this first half, putting up some big numbers already. And remember, we haven't even reached halftime yet. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. It's Jacobs. Josh Jacobs at the 21. A gain of 1.
The tackle made by Devin Bush. 1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 21-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing is Love. This one not quite on target. And too much. That one falls incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That complete to Jacobs. They get 18 on the pitching count. Good for a Green Bay first down.
A gain of 18 on the play.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
On first and 10, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line. Maybe a yard. Devin Bush.
A gain of
They're
a
on the
yard.
stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd down and 9. They'll run with Jacobs. He looks forward for maybe a yard. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop.
Tackle. It's a gain of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
3rd and 7. The throw is low. In trouble. And down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
Here's the punter
Whelan
now,
in punt
as
formation
he'll
for
punt
the
it away
Packers.
for the 2nd time. On the return, it's Carter. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds.
At their own
Browns
27-yard
offense ready
line.
to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. Open this drive on the ground with 4. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Carrier. Micah Parsons on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 7. Now here's a keeper on the zone read.
The quarterback could have handed it. He could have kept it himself. I don't really think either option would have turned out much different. Great job by the defense having a plan for the running back and a plan for the quarterback, and they're able to force that carry for no gain.
This is 3rd and 6. To throw is Flacco. And that is incomplete.
Intended for Cedric Tillman.
And after that last incompletion, it's really the story of the game. This offense has had a really hard time sustaining drives that can lead to points. You can sense the frustration, not only on the sideline, but really in the entire stadium. They've got to get something going, especially early in these drives, so they can find themselves in scoring position and come away with some points.
This one fielded out beyond the 25. He took a pretty good lick at the end of that
33-yard line.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. first and 10. Here's Love. He'll step up and run. And he's going to give himself up, but not before he picks up the first down.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line. It's a gain of 20. And a Packer first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
He'll take a shot here. Back to the end zone. And that ball out of reach. Toward the sideline. It'll be an incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw. But think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
On second down, Jacob. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
He's taken down
They
at
get
the
15 on that game.
A gain of
First
15.
down, Packers.
First down, Green Bay.
And with that run, this back is closing in on almost 100 yards for the game today, Mike. He's had a lot of those good chunk plays. This defense has not had a great answer for him so far.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Pass caught right side by Kraft. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good gain. On first down, they pick up 7 yards. Now it looks like we have an injured Packer player on the field. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. From the 25, here's second and 3. Back to throw is Love. Pushed out to his left. He's going to run it. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down.
First and goal, Green Bay.
This has been a great drive, and mostly at the hands of the man with the ball there. He thought about pulling the trigger on that one, thought better of it, decides to take off with his legs, and now he's going to have first and goal.
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass he'd say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up second
and goal.
Anytime you see a receiver at this level miss a ball that easy, it's just concentration. They just take it for granted. All of a sudden, they're thinking about what their next move is or what they're going to do after the catch. And instead of just focusing on first things first, secure the kick.
And he'll take it on in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown, Green Bay.
This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
Makes the score Packers 28, Browns nothing.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Carter on the return. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Take over first and
the Browns
10
offense
at
headed
their
back
own
to take over once
line.
more. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. The drive starts with a carry, 5-4. And he'll get about 5.
The ball carrier. He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. It's a short throw caught by Njoku. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
13 yards
Pick up
on
there
the play.
of 13.
That's
It's
good
a Browns
for
first down.
First down.
It's been a rough first half,
First
but now
and
as we
10 at the
approach halftime,
41-yard line.
you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
And he'll get this forward for positive yardage as he covers up in the end.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
A lot of defensive strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on them, and in this case, they're able to hold them to no gain.
Run here right side, and it's 4. And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. It'll hold them to a gain of 2.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Flacco. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. They put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
On comes the punter now, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no run back here. Fair catch taken at the 17-yard line.
Packers take over 1st
Josh
and
Jacobs
10
and the Packers
at their own
offense heading back
17-yard
onto the
line.
field. As he's taken down.
Carrier. The tackle made by Shelby Harris. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 5. Once again, it's Jacobs. He's going to be marked down up around the 33.
He's taken down
a gain of 11 on that one. Good for a Green Bay first down.
First down, Packers.
This offensive line continues to be very physical at the point of attack. They've been able to give their backs plenty of room to run. That's why they've already eclipsed the century mark here in the opening half.
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down.
Unfortunately, Mike, over my career, I've been in this guy's shoes plenty of times, probably more than I wish to admit. You take your eyes off the ball. You think about becoming a runner before securing the catch, and when you do that, you end up watching the ball fall to the ground.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down. He's able to look it in and get forward for a pickup of about 8.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
He's got a man. It's Dobbs. It's a pickup of 13 yards. First down,
13 yards. And a Packer first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Oh, a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. It's a pass you say he should have had.
Brings up second
Instead, he does not,
10.
and it brings up second down.
As you can probably imagine, Mike, this one really burns me. I mean, man, I wish my fellow tight ends catch every ball the entire game, but to be this open and not come down with it, I'm going to have to set a reminder. Next year at CEU, we're going to have to bring out some adjustments.
He'll push forward for about a yard. Devin Bush,
44-yard line.
there on the stop.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Third down and 9. From the gun, it's Love. Open is Kraft. He's got it. 17 yards on that connection. Good for a Green Bay first down.
Gain of 17 yards.
So far here early, Mike, the key for this
Green Bay.
offense has been their ability to maintain possession by converting on these third downs. It's going to be a big storyline the rest of the way. This defense has to find a way. When they force third down, they got to get off the field.
That is Musgrave for that goal. He'll take this down to the 23. Carson Schlesinger
Brought down
there
at the
on the stop.
23-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
They'll break the huddle. It's second and 5. Here's Jacobs. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. Ronnie Hickman is there on the stop.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's third down.
Good drive to this point. Now can you convert on 3rd and 3? The throw is low. He's got it about the 8. And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal. They're able to convert there on 3rd and 3.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes. And there is a lot of...
And he's in! Jordan Love! Touchdown, Packers!
Brandon
Now it's
McManus lining up
for the
extra
point after.
point.
He knocks it
His
through.
kick is
And the
good.
Packers stretch out this
Makes the
lead
score
even more.
Packers
It is
35.
now 30.
Browns nothing. Brendan
The
McManus to
kickoff
kick
team
off
is out
for
on the
Green
field.
Bay.
And we're back to it as the kick's away. Carter on the return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down to the
DeAndre Carter
23-yard
on the
line.
return. The
The
Browns
Browns
take over
offense
first
getting
and
things
10
in order as they
at their
trot
own
out for this next
23-yard
possession.
line.
Hey, somebody got to step up. Let's go.
Pacheco. That's caught. Down the field is Tillman. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 77 yards. Touchdown, Cleveland.
The
Point
kicker
after try,
on for the extra
forthcoming.
point.
The kick
His kick
is good.
Good.
And the Browns will get
Makes the
just
score
a bit
Packers
closer.
35. Browns 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Melton now to return. And he's down at
The Packers
the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
23-yard line.
Jordan Love, the rest of the Packer offense, ready for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Love to throw on a 1st and 10. Here's a screen taken in by Jacobs. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
They face 2nd down and 7. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. The 2nd down throw is incomplete.
Intended for Tucker.
Bit of a risky throw there, Mike. You don't love to see a quarterback force the ball, especially into a crowded area. In the end, I think he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now Love. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
He's just unable to secure the catch through the contact, and really nice job timing that hit up by the defense. And at this point, all you can do is get up, get back in the huddle, and hope your quarterback gives you another shot.
This one, returnable. And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free.
1st and 10.
The Browns offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Flacco to throw. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
3rd down and 6
You know, it's hard to
yards
speculate,
go.
Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down. have some more efficiency on these early downs and get his offense into some sort of rhythm. And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Corey Bajorquez in punt formation for the Browns.
This returnable with Reed. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick recap of the first half, which has been strongly one-sided. This is heading towards blowout territory unless they can come from behind and get themselves a victory. Let's find out what happens in the second half. Let's go back out to the commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. I bet you there's two different, very different, in fact, halftime speeches from the head coaches as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. Melton now return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
The Packers take over.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. Begins with a run.
Number 8.
And he'll get about 6 there. Setting up second
down by Grant Delpit. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
They'll run it straight ahead with Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. They'll get 19 out of that play. First down, Packers.
A gain of 19 yards.
I have to imagine at some point here, Mike, the defensive coordinator looks to change things up. This running back has had his way with them all day long. Get a few more guys in the box. But then you know what that does. It opens you up down the field to that passing.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You know, we see quarterbacks sometimes, they don't want to admit defeat. They want to extend these plays as long as possible, but you got to know when the party's over. Throw it away, live for the next snap. The last thing you want to do is put the ball in harm's way.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. It's the tight end Kraft in motion. A second down throw for Love. That's Dobbs open left side. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
A gain of
just
4.
A simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
From the gun on third down, it's Luck. That's the Pro Bowl corner, Denzel Ward. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
So we saw in the first half, Mike, they were willing to take some risks. It allowed them to build this halftime lead. Now the opposing sideline, they're looking to fight back. They're looking to cut that lead down. That's what that coverage seemed. It looked like they baited that quarterback to force that errant throw and lead to that turnover. Now it's their offense coming back on the field with a chance to cut this deficit.
Now Flacco. That's into the hands of Judy on the right side. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
Yards. And the Browns,
15 yards through the air. First down, Cleveland.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
Now a handoff to Ford. He'll work forward for a couple. Evan Williams is there for the stop.
Down at the 30-yard line.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
Throwing, Flacco. The pressure, too much, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary. He gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape, and that's what happens.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Flacco to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Njoku. A pickup there of 19 yards. It's a Browns first down.
That's good. 4.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this, than on 3rd down or critical moments. That's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If that was in a critical situation, there is no doubt wrong ball.
A gain of 11, and it's 1st and goal.
11 more yards.
And he just continues to show the ability to extend drives with his legs. It's not something people immediately bring up when they talk about him, Mike, but as we've seen, he's more than capable of making something happen whenever the opportunity presents itself.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
Intended for
often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
They'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. He'll look to throw. Here's a screen set up for 4. And he's so close to the goal line. Couldn't get that ball extended. They keep him out, and it sets up 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And goal.
And this has really been the story of the entire game up until this point, Mike. I mean, it's been poor play calls, poor execution. I mean, really just a overall poor offensive performance across the board.
Field goal not going to help much at this point. They've got to go for it on 4th and goal. That is incomplete. The defense coming up big in the red zone. It's a turnover on down.
It's a turnover on down.
The Packers offense back onto the field for their next possession. They are backed up about as far as you can be, operating from their own 2-yard line. Start the drive. That is not going to work out at all. That is a safety. The defense puts 2 points on the board with a safety. But, Greg, a lot of credit, not just to the defense, but special teams as well.
Give that assist here, Mike, to the punter. Just a play ago, being able to pin that offense deep inside their own territory leads directly to that two-point safety.
So after that safety, it is a free kick, and that comes from the 20. That's fielded at about the 18. And he'll be taken down as the next drive will begin there.
A gain of 17
now it's the Browns'
yards.
turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They give it, and it's 4. And he'll work his way past the 40. He's tackled after a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 41-yard line.
From the 41, here's 2nd and 5. Incomplete over the middle.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
3rd down, they need 5. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. He got his man complete. That's Judy.
Offside. Defense. That penalty is declined.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, give to 4. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's another 1st down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
1st down.
Like the old adage, you run to set up the pass. This modern offense nowadays, we're starting to see that flipped upside down on its head. Typically, the success of the passing game is what allows teams to have success like this in the run game.
To throw is Flacco. That is caught. What a throw. Cedric Tillman. Touchdown, Cleveland. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time, and what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball, and that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
16.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Here's Nixon on the return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
1st and 10.
Josh Jacobs and the Packers offense heading back onto the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. They'll start on the ground with Jacobs. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Carson Schlesinger there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9. He'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
So I think as they continue to have success on the ground like they did here, I think we're going to see them continue to lean towards that ground game. Force the defense to come up, sell out, take it away, and then there's all sorts of options downfield in the passing game.
That is incomplete. Great work to get in there. Make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Force the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
Fair catch made here, and the drive will start at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Browns offense and Joe Flacco getting ready for the next possession. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. On play action, he'll set up to throw. On throw, right side, taken by Njoku.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike.
Matt LaFleur disagrees with the call, and he's going to throw
Previous
the challenge
play is
flag.
under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball.
The ruling on the field stands.
The ball not moving around. He has control. So that's what the referee is looking at here. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. He'll drop the throw. He finds Judy on that one. And if he takes him down after a gain 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
And the Browns.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route, and then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
15 yards on the play.
Call it a gain of 13. 1st down, Cleveland.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the 2nd half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
We'll get that out wide to 4. And he'll only manage a couple of yards before he's out of bounds.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
It's a short throw caught by Njoku. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
Brings up 3rd down.
Third and inches. They'll try to sneak it here. Trying to find maybe CD Cannon with the push. Too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
That's another Browns 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
When done correctly, Mike, this is just such a high percentage call. It's kind of hard to choose another play off your call sheet. It's impossible to defend, You can know it's coming, stack the box, whatever you want to do. But most of the time, they'll just drive forward and pick up the first down.
That'll be taken in by 4. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
We tend to make NFL offense very complicated, Mike, but sometimes it's as simple as this. Get the ball into the hands of your playmakers and just let them do the rest.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 1. Flacco. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late.
Defense.
He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. Line of scrimmage is the 15. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is 4. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Taken down at the 11-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. Now here goes the screen to 4. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Run for the 1st down. It's 4. This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up.
A loss of a yard.
This is one of those down and distances where the offense really could either run or pass, but give credit to the defense. They sold out to stop the run, and boy, were they right. They take them down for a loss.
Here's Flacco. And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush that leads to a turnover on down. Out comes the Green Bay offense now as they get set to take over again. They'll begin inside their own 15-yard line, so a lot of real estate to cover. It's 1st and 10.